Good morning, class. Today we're touching on the hidden forest again, like we did yesterday. We're going to be doing it for the whole week. So what did we do yesterday, Mark? Could you please explain or elaborate? Yeah, each of us talked about different experiences we've had at the beach. We connected to the book, to whether or not that we could link to the book, or whether we've done the activities they've done into the book or not. Does anyone know what genre this book is? Yes, Aiden. Yeah, it is a storybook. You're right. Can you go a little bit more further on that? Yeah, fiction book. Good work. So, we're not going to read it fully today. We're just going to be going out different sections of it, because our learning intention for today is we're going to be learning how a sentence with an adjective can make the reader feel a certain way. So like happy, sad, nervous, a bit excited. And then the success criteria we're going to be having today is students will be able to identify whether an adjective makes the reader happy, sad, nervous, or excited. So what's an adjective again, Mark? Yes, it is a describing word. Good work. Alright, so the book we're reading today is, well, some parts of it, is The Hidden Forest by Janine Baker. So she's the author and illustrator of this book. Down in the dark, tangled world of the weed, there are big and small fish. Ben knows they are there, but time after time only tigglers come up in his fish trap. Ben empties them out in disgust to let them die. What was a tiddler again, Eleanor? Yeah, just like a little fish that he's after the big ones, the big edible ones, and tiddlers probably just used for bait or just nothing. He wants something much bigger. This time, when he tries to raise the trap, it will not move. Ben yanks at it with all his strength. What are the adjectives or the describing words on this page, please, Bryce? Yep, dark and tangled. Good job. So what does dark make you feel when it's representing, please, Eleanor? Yeah, you're a bit nervous, you're a bit scared, aren't you? What about tangled? Yeah, it's the same, because you feel like I feel like I'm constricted and I can't get out of it. Alright. Suddenly, the dinghy flips from under him and he tumbles into the sea. Ben opens up his eyes to a blurry underwater world. He feels the slimy kelp slide over him. He senses dark movement. What was that? Jibril, can you tell me the adjectives on this page, please? Yep, blurry, slimy, yep, and dark. And how do those adjectives make the reader feel? Or us, how do they make us feel? Yeah, it's a bit nervous again, isn't it? Because mostly slimy things are a bit yuck and blurry. When you can't really see it, it's just the unknown, isn't it? And dark, like we talked about before. Great work, Jibril. Ben panics. He's afraid some unknown creature will grab his legs as he scrambles back into the dinghy. Did he see something, or was it in his imagination? The kelp clings to his oars and won't let go of him. What do you see on this page, Mark? Yeah, there's that unknown creature. And what do you think it is? Yeah, it's an octopus, isn't it? Do you think it's actually there, though? Nah, probably not there. It's just his imagination. Has anyone else been to the water and felt really... I know me personally, when I've gone for a surf before and it's really dark and gloomy and you can't see, I always get a little bit nervous. Has anyone else felt that? Yeah, cool. I'm going to skip down the book a little bit. Sophie holds out her hand to Ben and takes him to explore the different kelps growing near the rocky shore. Ben holds onto a piece of bull kelp and rides with it as it sways and stretches with the tide. When the kelp touches him, it feels like velvet swirling against his skin. Aiden, have you ever touched velvet before? Yeah, what does it feel like? Yeah, it feels nice, doesn't it? So he's changed from velvet to slimy. And so what do you think is velvet? What does that give the reader? yeah, it's a bit of a nicer feeling. He's probably getting a bit more confidence and a bit more comfortable in the water. He parts some kelp to reveal rock alive with all kinds of strangely beautiful textures. So, Eleanor, what are the adjectives on this page? Yep, strangely and beautiful, aren't they? So he's still got strangely, which in this instance, it can be a negative. Like it can be like make feel a little bit nervous or a little bit yuck. But in this instance, it's actually good. They're very strange, but they're still beautiful textures. Alright, for the activity we're doing today, is we're going to be sourcing our own adjectives from our little library that we've got off to the corner. And if you want a mild option, students will source adjectives and state whether or not it makes the reader feel happy, sad, nervous, or excited. So I'm going to give you a sheet, and it's going to have happy, sad, nervous, and excited column. And you can go with a partner, of course. Go look for some adjectives that make you feel one of those, makes the reader feel like that. If you want a bit of a hotter option, students will source an adjective with a sentence, within a sentence, and state whether it makes the reader feel happy, sad, angry, nervous, or excited. They will then find a replacement adjective that is a synonym. Bryce, what is a synonym again? Yes, it's a word that has a similar meaning. Good work. So instead of like dark, it could be gloomy, it could be hard to see, like just try and find words to replace them. And we'll write those sentences in our book. Students will attempt to replace, for a real spicy option, students will attempt to replace an adjective in a sentence with an antonym to give the opposite meaning. So these are the people that want a really spicy option. Really extend yourself. So what does an antonym mean? Please, Jibril? Yes, it means like the opposite. So for happy, it would be sad. So for instance, so down in the dark, it could be down in the glassy, tangled world of the weed. What does glassy mean? Yeah, you can see it's pretty transparent. Good work. Alright, thank you. We'll give you about 20 minutes to do that with a partner, and then I'll see you back on the floor and we'll share our findings.